Thank you. Put that on your dashboard.
TV and film that spans more than 20 years. In addition to acting, he's proficient in several different styles of martial arts, which I'm sure you guys know, including Shotokan Karate, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and Muay Thai. He was inducted into the World Karate Union Hall of Fame, and even holds a Guinness record for breaking the most pine boards free Philippines while skydiving. So he's been more different Power Rangers than anyone else, and has been on 6 seasons of the show, but we all know him best as Tommy the Green and White Ranger. So give a please, warm Pensacon welcome to Jason David Frank.
So if you guys are in line and you're waiting in line, just know I will be there.
Awesome. So I think this is a question that I, have been curious about since I was a kid, because I like most people in here, was watching the show since I was a youngin. I've always wanted to know, how did you get involved in martial arts?
That was just something I was 4 years old, walking by a karate school, seeing a girl do martial arts in there, and I was just captivated. I just saw, man, this is something I wanted to do, and it was hard. It was discipline. Anything in life that you do is discipline. I don't care if it's this job, I don't care if it's a job you have at home, it's discipline. And for me, it was a challenge to get to the next belt, to never quit, never give up, give my teeth, busted through my lip, go back to sparring class the next day, doing demonstrations. I was doing demos. I was a quiet kid. I really was. I mean, I was loud and crazy at home, but when it came to public speaking, it was always one of those things that, yeah, the baby knows. It was one of those, just so you can get a better shot from there. It was just one of those things where I learned and I started, I didn't make the baby cry. I started to understand martial arts, and it was good for public speaking. You know, public speaking is the #1 fear in America. You know, it's the #1 fear in America, so I figured if I can get past that, then I can get past anything. I can be an actor, I can go up and speak in public like I do now, and I just loved it, and I just didn't want to quit and give up. And it was a never-ending cycle, like the Lion King. It's just a never-ending cycle, and it was just one of those things, so I just loved it.
Very cool. I know for myself, when I was watching you growing up on Power Rangers, you had a lot of intensity to your martial arts style. Is that something that you developed on your own with your own style of martial arts?
You know, it's interesting you say that because when you first watch the show, you'll hear the ki-eyes that are really annoying to me, which are like, ki-eye, ki-eye. Like, the word is not ki-eye, so you'll hear it in the first, before I came around, you'll hear the ki-eyes. There's just no one knew how to ki-eye. I was like, yeah, ki-eye. You know, they read it, but when I came around, I was like, you know, doing all this stuff, and then the ki-eyes slowly changing and thinking maybe that's the way I need to sound. See, a ki-eye is from the bottom of your stomach, and it's not from your lungs. And when you're doing martial arts, a ki-eye is developed to keep your stomach strong, also to scare your opponent, but to keep you intense and to have intensity. So everyone that does it from the lungs, like kids that, yeah, it's screaming from the lungs. I teach my kids to, from the inside, from deep within, so you can feel that passion. And that was one thing that always annoyed me on every movies or anything, was when you read a script that says ki-eye, it's not ki-eye. And so I think I changed the whole way of these ki-eyes, but it was something that my instructor told me. It's like playing a guitar or whatever. You know, we each have our own style, and it's not a specific music sheet. It's how you feel. If you came up here and played a guitar, some people are great at that, and then others are like, I really can't read a music sheet. You know, so for me, ki-eyes were wherever you feel you need a ki-eye, that's where you need a ki-eye, because the day changes. Maybe sometimes I don't even feel like ki-eyeing, but that's okay because the art's still coming through. You know, so those specific places like martial arts schools teach people like, hey, ki-eye here, ki-eye there. For me, I'm like telling my students, you ki-eye when you feel right about it. You know, so yeah, it was something that, it's funny you say that. Ki-eye!
I remember we played Power Rangers growing up, as I'm sure many of you guys did, and we would just run around going, hi-ya, ki-ya, hi-ya.
Yeah. Well, it is. I mean, for kids it's okay, but for true martial artists that you can feel the passion. If you watch karate people, I can tell how in depth their training is through the expression of their emotions. Like, this is a theater, right? So like when you theater act, it's a lot different to act in theater than those people up there versus like being real quiet. So there's a different way of, you know, doing things. And for me, I did the theater ki-eyes from no matter where you're at, from back here to here, it doesn't change, you know, that's just the way I do it.
That's awesome. So when you went from martial arts to acting, how was that transition made?
It's very, very different from me, because I've always been like a martial artist. I used to fight all the time. I was a NASCAR-rated competitor, and then just, you know, transferring to being an actor, I had to, like, you know, not hit people. So people were like, hey, you know, this is Hollywood, and I'm like, you know, bam, and hit people, and the stunt guys are like, hey, this is just fake, you understand that, right? I'm like, I'm sorry, my whole life I've been trained to punch straight, not like Hollywood punches, you know? Hollywood punches, everything's bigger and circular, just like theater, you know? Same thing, for those people to see up there, if I go like this, I forgot, versus, I forgot. Everything's bigger in karate, so your punches are wider, and then you can't just throw like straight punches, so it's pretty awkward. It's everything you don't want to be as a fighter, is the Hollywood karate. But it's still, I can do both.
I noticed in a clip I watched a clip last night just in preparation, and it seemed like it was more choreography. And is that how they did it, like traditional fight choreography?
You know, on the show, man, I was so eager to show up. I was showing up even when I didn't even have to. I mean, we were filming, I was just part of it. like if this was, again, a theater, I would be here early in the morning, and I'd see how things work, and so I was always there before anyone, so they just let me choreography my stuff, or choreograph my stuff, and it was, I was always there to be like, hey, I'll do that. So-and-so's not here to do a kick. I got you. I'm there. You know, and same thing with, during the whole season of my life with interviews, people, you know, couldn't do interviews. I got you. Don't worry. Send them my way. You know, and it's just fun.
That leads to another question I had, and in previous times that I've had an opportunity to talk to other people who are in Power Rangers, they've always expressed how they were busy with unexpected fame. They had, you know, they didn't realize how big they were going to become, how much, they were going to become kind of basically teen heartthrobs and have to go on all these tours. I remember you being, and I think it was like Tiger Beat or Teen Beat. I had like a poster. People are giggling because you remember. Did you have the same experience with that?
You know, it's funny. I have, you know, my mom has some old stuff. You know, when my mom passed away, she has the old boxes. I'm trying to find these Teen Beat magazines that I was actually in before Power Rangers. I had a stage name. Yes. My name was Jason Barnes, and it was a company called Olive Pit Productions, and I was a model at that time. And I was young. It was like $1,200 a day or whatever. It was the most money I made as a kid, and I was like, wow, this is cool. So I like went on a skateboard and did all this stuff. Well, the company closed, but I remember seeing myself in the Teen Beat magazines before the Power Rangers came around to it. So every time I hear Teen Beat magazine, or I think of like, I want to find those model stuff I did, the Jason Barnes thing. But anyway, it was definitely different. But I didn't look at, I look at life a little different than everyone. I think I see the bigger picture with everything. I don't chase after money. I don't chase after all that. I chase after passion. And that's the reason why I've been on the show the longest, is because I live my life and love to do what I do. And I know everyone gets lost in this thought, and Tammy does, but if you focus all your energy into one day, you'll have a better tomorrow. Most people spend 50% of their day worrying about what 50% tomorrow is going to be, and then it withers down just like an old VHS tape that you have with Power Rangers that's like very grainy now. You know, it just withers down. So all my energy was into the show. I was hired for 10 episodes. I didn't care. The Valiant versus, the Ninjak versus Valiant universe. I was hired for 2. Now I'm in the whole series. It's just, I put so much passion into it, and I put, I say deposit in there, emotional bank account, so you guys can withdraw favors. I like to deposit, invest into my, you guys' bank account here. And that's the kind of friend, and that's the person that I am. I don't expect nothing back, but it's just good to give, and I love doing what I'm doing. So I've been strong with the series for 25 years and never veered away. Went through Dino Thunder, helped ratings get back, went to Mega Force. And the thing people ask me is when they ask, hey, did you want to join us on that episode of the reunion, or you want to join us here, or you want to join us there? Do you know what I say the first thing? Is not how much money I'm going to get. I'm going to say, would my fans enjoy that? That's the reason why we're doing the Bad and the Sons. That's the reason why the franchise is growing, is because I want to do something that they want to do. It's not for any other reason except that I like that stuff. I have ADD, so it really went out there in a different field. But.
No, that's totally fine. I actually was going to follow up with a question similar about what it's like to be still kind of deep into this franchise that most people in here got into, more than 20 years ago.
Man, I tell you, I feel honored and blessed that I never stepped away from the franchise when it was down. And it's one of those things where I would still be here if with one person. The way I teach my classes is you teach the same with one person or a million people. It doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a difference of who you are on interviews and all that stuff. But being here from the beginning, now with the rewards of all the stuff that's coming, I feel great about it. I don't feel like I sold out the franchise and then just dipped back when it was popular. Like I was the franchise, and I still am the franchise no matter what. No matter who reboots me or what happens in the movie, that I'll still live to who I am and what I do. Not just the Green Ranger, but the passion and the guy behind the mask, which is me, JDF. That's what I like to reach out to people for,
Awesome. Just a bit of a transitional question. You have had a career in addition to all of the Power Ranger franchise in mixed martial arts, for instance. You seem to be still pretty active in still, being involved in that field. What is that like?
I try to say, well, before we had hashtags, didn't know what a hashtag was. I like to say hashtag spandex ready, because you never know what happens. I continue training. You know, of course, the mixed martial arts brought a huge fan base to me. When I first started on Facebook, believe it or not, with like 5,000 fans, people were like, wow, you know, I reach so many people now, but martial arts is what I love. It's what I love to do. Forrest Griffin, the fighter, said that he just loved to punch people in the face in a nice way. And, you know, training and karate and structuring, it's like karate's not like checkers. Karate is chess, especially now when you include jiu-jitsu. Everything's what's the next move. You know, so it's a lot of fun. I stay in shape, and I'm ready to go anywhere I want to go for me. That's why I wanted to do the CM Punk thing. It would be great for the fandom base. It had nothing to do with money. People always say that. Like I say, I'll fight him for $1, literally just to make the contract legal. I don't do stuff for money. I'm not about that. You know, I'm about what I want to chase and what I want to do. Because you know what the truth is? This is the truth. I never want to be like, I'm older, but I never want to be like an old man sitting there going, I wish I did this, and I wish I could have done that, and only if I could. I see older people say that, I hope I'm never like that. I hope I can say, I did this. Are you kidding me, Grandpa? Man, you jumped out of an airplane? What?
Yeah.
You could do a jump kick? You can't even walk up that stair. But I used to. Yes. And the older I get, the wiser I become. Even with a cane, people will fear me.
So you mentioned the jumping out of a plane. I'm really curious about this free fall. Yes, me too. About this Guinness record that you made.
Well, you know, is anyone skydiving here? Raise your hand if you skydived. Raise your hand if it doesn't interest you. Now let's raise your hand if it does, but it's just a little too, like, I don't know about jumping, it's a little too insane. But I would love it. The people that have their hand up, I promise you, everyone in this room, that if you went on a tandem skydive, and you of course live, because statistics are worse on the streets, you can get hit by a car before you die in skydiving. But as far as skydiving, when you get down on the ground, you would love it, man. You'd be like, oh my gosh, two things will happen. I will never do that again, or I might want to try that again. So for me, I feared heights. I really did. It was a thing where I just would think in skydiving. I saw it in the movie, Power Ranger movie. The guy that did my stunts, of course, the sky surfing is the hardest thing you can. In fact, you can't find it no more. Everyone in sky surfing has died, literally. It's a really hard sport. So I thought it was just easy. Everyone's like, oh, I'd like to try that. You know, flying down the mountains and stuff. You need thousands and thousands and thousands of jumps when people say, I'd like to try that. So I was an actor, and, you know, I was acting. No. I told the guy, I was like, oh man, I wish I could do the stunt. And he was just kind of like, huh. Back then, I didn't know how hard skydiving was. So I got interested in it back then. And that's how I started skydiving. So just wanted to put together karate, skydiving together, and I just thought, hey, that'd be cool. People have done it before, people are still doing it now, and it was just something fun. Again, just something fun to do, you know? Like jump out of an airplane and break boards. That's like... Still check out my reflexes. Can you imagine if we had FaceTime? I wouldn't even have to go somewhere. I'm like, Zordon, what, man? What? I wouldn't even have to come to the command center. Why? You could just tell me right now. You look the same, and you're just smaller. It's like, oh, FaceTime, Zordon, same thing. Oh, there you are.
Maybe that's what he was doing all along. He was actually just like the one remote to make himself look really big.
But just imagine that with the watches, right? Like,
yes.
Back then, like, we're so high-tech. Now it's like, that's an Apple Watch. What's up, man? Look at me. It's like, look at your watch with a little screen and a little bubble on it. Anyway.
Totally is. Well, you know, we see we have a big line of people wanting to ask you questions, so why don't we go ahead and move towards questions?
Yes, well, this is actually kind of the way they do the Muppets, you know. I don't know if anyone's talking about that, but when you did, like the first thing I did with them was just, I had like a few lines in something called The Muppets Take starring Hermie and Miss Piggy. And I know. And so the puppeteers would be down here, and I would be on the desk, but like Jim and everyone would be standing there, and then they'd have the puppets up, so Kermit would be here. You know, I'd be talking to Kermit. And they pulled a trick on me, which was everybody, I guess whoever was in one of their movies or on the show they would do, they would sort of just suddenly disappear. And they wouldn't tell you what was going on. You were like, okay, well, you know, it's a big film crew, you don't know. Except that Kermit was still there, and I was there, and I was going over my 3 lines or whatever, and really nervous. And Kermit was there, and he was doing this thing, and there was this reflective frame with a picture in it. But he was looking at the picture, and he was looking at himself, and he was going. You know, he was like doing all these, and he was doing it while I was like busy going, you know, going over it. And all of a sudden I went, what are you doing? And because literally he was so real that you talk to him. And this was like not one film is happening. It was just like no one was there. And we started to talk. And he answered me, and I went, wait a minute, Jim. And that's what they do. They trick you every time. And they see how many lines it gets before you go, wait, I'm not talking to a frog, really. Because he's so lovable. He's so cute for me, yeah.
Kind of back in that era, in the 80s, it's about Labyrinth for minutes. You had a big role in that. And
oh, it was a year of my life, yes.
David Bowie recently passing away. You must have some opinion on that or feelings.
Oh, he was an unbelievable artist and a really, really nice person, really nice man. Funny, down to earth, wasn't at all snobby. You know, he's this sort of genius artist and always was interested in everything. That's the way it felt to me. He was interested in visual arts, music, obviously, theater, film, tennis, all the sports. And one of the nights when we were doing the filming of Labyrinth, we didn't film at night, we filmed in the day at Elstree Studios. And he and Mick Jagger had done the Dancing in the Streets video, so they were out literally all night. And then he came in, and he was not quite as chipper that next day. But and it was, I'm like, God, he just was out all night with Mick Jagger dancing in the streets. I'm like, pretty cool.
And the music from the 80s, I mean, that's kind of fun stuff.
Yeah, it's very fun stuff.
And a young Jennifer Connelly, I think you had a chance to work with.
Oh yeah, I coached her in the beginning. That sort of was part of my duties. I had this large, I had to coach some of the puppeteers in acting, to coach Jennifer. I was supposed to play the role of her mother in the film, the character's mother, and British Equity would not let me, which was really a big disappointment because I thought we let British actors all the time come in and our union lets them in, but it is not the same in reverse, let me just say. And that was the reason, really, that I took the job, was that I was promised I could play the role, and they said, no, there's too many actors here who could play that role. But it was a year of my life, and it was an enormous experience. I think my favorite scene was choreographing the ballroom scene, because I walked in and there was nothing in the space, and I got to cast everybody who was in it. And it was pretty magical. The sets were incredible, and the costumes, and I loved the dancers who were working with me, and Jennifer was great, and looked fantastic. She's such a good actress now, and it's great. She's had a wonderful career.
So if you haven't seen it, you should go right to Labyrinth now. So you've mentored some other people. I think a Wesley Crusher comes to mind. So as mom, it feels like you were a pretty good mom if you were able to make a genius.
That's what I've always started to say at these cons. I mean, everyone in the beginning, everyone was very. Some of the older fans of the original Star Trek, they were like, well, "Who is this kid? Right? Who is this kid who comes on and he just saves our ass every week?" You know? And I'm like, well, excuse me. Did you see his SATs? I mean, no, I just think that obviously it was prophetic, because I cannot tell you how many times in the last, if I'm honest, the last 20 years, that I'm like on my iPhone or something, I'm like, okay, honey, anyone under 30, honey, can you just check this app for me? Can you just do this? And they solve it, right? They're like, they are doing that every day. All of the technical whizzes, right? They're retiring when they're 26, for heaven's sakes. So it sort of was amazing to me that Roddenberry caught that long ago. That's exactly what is sort of happening. And one of Gene Roddenberry's best friends, I couldn't believe this guy. He was 18 and he already had like a major deal with Sony or something to develop games. He was so smart, so technically savvy. And it was a whole new world for me. Because when I walked into his computer room, this is in the 80s, okay, this is in the 80s. Computer rooms were these dark places with huge machines. There's probably a lot of young people who don't realize that. It was not like your laptop or whatever. It was this whole thing you could go into another world. It's like sci-fi walking through the door of the room. And everything was dark and had, so you could see the screens well. And Mac came out, the first laptops, they came and there were several of us, LeVar, Brent, myself, and I don't know, maybe Jonathan, but we bought the first laptops. And they came in and they showed us how to work with, and I still have mine. It's like, it's huge compared to what we have now. But that was one of the greatest things about the show, is that we really got to see, because the science was so good and so well researched, it was really cool to see what the future was going to bring, and hopefully it hasn't quite brought us many things, but it was pretty amazing. Yeah.
And I don't know if you noticed, but Will Wheaton, the actor, was just named for an asteroid.
I know, it's so great. It's fabulous. I mean, he and I see each other. He's been, and we're also Twitter friends. He's my space son. I'm his space mom. Yeah, so we tweet all the time. And Estes, Ann Wheaton, his wife, she's one. We're space in-laws. And they're great. And he was wonderful. I did a fundraiser. I was artistic director of a theater. We built a new theater in Los Angeles that I raised a lot of money through doing conventions for. We did nonprofit theater, and I still am involved with nonprofit theater in the arts, which is really important now because the National Endowment for the Arts, they're trying to cut it, and that's really horrible in my opinion. But so I did this one event called Crusher Does Crusher with a K. And he and I, a guy who wrote for Fox, for Glee, actually, there were all these writers who did things, and it was a lot of the actors helped me out. Renee was one of the actors who helped me out. But Will Wheaton and I played Troy and Dr. Crusher doing a love talk show. And he had on a Troy wig. It was very funny. He's very good as Deanna Troy. I just want to say that.
That would be interesting.
I know.
Is there, you're from Ohio?
Yes.
Right? Is there a Beverly Crusher or a Gates McFadden burger or sangria or something named after you?
I doubt it seriously. I think I left before I was drinking, but who knows? Maybe there is now.
Yeah, maybe we can make that happen.
I know. I loved growing up in Ohio, actually. It was in the only Democratic county in Ohio. Anyway, it was great. And it was the home of Devo and Pat Benatar. Yeah, Akron, Ohio area. Cuyahoga Falls. It's so beautiful, actually. There's lots of colleges and lots of places that are there. I also want to say this is so fantastic to have someone who is interpreting. Absolutely fantastic. It does not happen enough. And it's really great.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I've been on that side of the table before, but I haven't done this before. So.
Okay, it's great.
No, Gates, you mentioned, and we'll go to the audience for some questions in just a minute, but you mentioned, I think, the Ensemble Studio Theater in LA.
In LA, yeah.
A Next Gen alum that you had a chance to work with. Is that true?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Is there a Next Gen alum that you worked with there?
Oh yeah, well I had directed Denise as a member, Denise Crosby, and what's funny is that Denise and I never got one scene together. I mean, well, very few scenes of the cast of women put scenes together, unless we were in tight leotards working out. But, and that was a very funny scene. I mean, really, try not to laugh in that scene, watching it. But anyway, yeah, Denise was incredible in this one play I directed there. It was about how we don't protect our children as a society, basically. I developed new plays with writers, and we did a lot of plays about tolerance, looking at your own racism, and child abuse in the sense of that we are just not really protecting sometimes in our society. We don't take care of our children enough, and looking at just a lot of different things, as well as great humor and imagining things. I also directed Brent in something that was where he played a dying Frank Sinatra, and he was so wonderful in it. That was really a treat as well. I do love theater. I have to say, it's kind of my first love. I did it in New York for years. It doesn't get on my bios for some reason, but I did a lot of theater, and it changed my life. It was really super, and you didn't call on me for answering where I taught, because I wanted to win that prize.
Ohio State or boss?
No, Ohio State, I did not. Actually, Ohio University offered me a full-time position, but I didn't go. But I have a huge teaching career. It's funny. I've taught at a lot of universities and NYU Tisch School of the Arts. I taught Berkeley College, Harvard, a bunch of places. I mean, a lot of schools. I love teaching. But I was full-time faculty at Brandeis University of Pittsburgh, and then I taught at USC. I got the George Burns Teaching Award for teaching comedy, which you would never guess I know with Dr. Gresher. I actually can do pratfalls, you know, but whenever I do one on stage, people are like, oh my God, she's so old she can't walk.
That's fantastic. How about if we go to one of our first...
Is this thing on? Oh, yes. Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming out. Now, I'm the only amateur up here, by the way, so bear with me as we begin. Interior hospital room. David looks over to Jack, who's covered in dry mud and open wounds.
Hey, nice to see you!
Get out of here, Jack.
Thanks a lot!
This is too much. I can't handle this.
Look, I'm aware I don't look so great, but I thought you'd be glad to see me. You're hurting my feelings.
Hurting your feelings? Has it occurred to you that it may be unsettling to have you rise from your grave to visit me? Listen to me. I'm talking to a hamburger.
Look, I'm sorry to be so upsetting to you, David, but I had to come.
Aren't you supposed to be buried in New York someplace?
Oh yeah, hey, your parents came to my funeral. I was surprised at how many people came.
Why should you be surprised? You're a very well-liked person.
Debbie Klein cried a lot.
I can't stand it.
Hey, so you know what she does? She's so grief-stricken, she runs to find solace in Rudy Levine's bed.
Rudy Levine, the schmuck?
Yep, life mocks me even at death.
I'm going completely crazy, Smoky!
Hey, David, calm down. Hey.
What?
David.
Yes.
Calm down.
Okay.
Now, look, I know this may be hard for you, but I have to warn you, okay?
Warn me? Will you get out of here, you meatloaf?
Hey, I'm a grisly sight, it's true, but I love you, man. And that's why I'm here. You've got to know.
Look, if you love me so much, Jack, you'll realize how disconcerting it is to share one's breakfast with a living dead.
Hey, we were attacked by a werewolf!
Blah, 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 I'm not listening.
On the moors, we were attacked by a lycanthrope. A werewolf, you know?
Shut up, you zombie!
I said werewolf, there's a difference. Look, I was murdered in a natural death, and now I walk the earth in limbo until the werewolf's curse is lifted. line must be severed. The last remaining werewolf must be destroyed.
Will you be quiet?
It's you, David.
What?
You survived, and now you shall continue the curse.
What are you talking about? I won't accept this. Get out!
I switched. Mike was asking.
Remember what that guy said at the Snorted Lamb, right? He said, beware the moon.
I also switched.
Would you stop it, Jack?
Beware the moon, right? A full moon, David. You've got 2 days.
Jack! Please, go away! Please go away, Sully! I mean, Jack!
You stalk the streets of London, a creature of the night, man, huh?
You're talking like Boris Karloff? It's movie dialogue!
David, please, believe me. You will kill people, David. You've got to stop the bloodshed before it begins. Nurse, listen to me.
Take your own life, David. It's our only chance.
Nurse, believe me.
It's the supernatural and the environment, the powers of darkness. It's all true. Just take your own life. Suicide, David. Join me.
Nurse.
It's cold, David, and I'm so alone. The undead surround me. Have you ever talked to a corpse? It's boring. I'm lonely. Kill yourself, David, before you kill others.
Not gonna happen.
Changing a little bit from Aliens. Mark?
Yeah.
Would you be Ripley?
Sure. Channel my inner Sigourney.
And let's see, George is here. Who wants to be Burke? Ricky, could you narrate?
Okay.
And who wants to fill in for George on Burke? Any volunteers?
I did it.
David, could you be Burke?
Sure, why not? By the way, folks, I'm sorry my voice is shot. Claptrap's going to be really hard to do. I will do some characters that may or may not be in Borderlands 3.
Yeah, there was supposed to be 2 other voice actors up here, and because of illness, their voices are shot, or laryngitis, they're not able to be here, so we're...
You can call me George Lowe if you want. I have his placard.
All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Page 5, Aliens.
All right.
Oh, gosh. Whenever you're ready, Ricky. Okay.
Interior lab is small. In a small observation chamber separate from by glass partition, Ripley, Burke, and Squirtle.
Ole muchacho, those specimens are worth millions to the bioweapons division. Now if you're smart, we can both come out of this heroes, set up for life.
You just try getting a dangerous organism past ICC quarantine. Section 22-350 of the Commerce Code, citizen.
Hey man, I think you've been doing your homework. Look, they can't impound it if they don't know about it, eh?
But they will know about it, Robin. From me. Just like they'll know how you were responsible for the deaths of 157 colonists here.
Hey, wait a second, man.
You sent them to that ship. I just checked the colony log. Directive date 6/12/79. Signed Burke, Carter, J. You sent them out there, and why didn't you even warn them, Burke? Why didn't you warn them?
Look, maybe the thing didn't even exist, right? And if I made it a major security situation, the administration would have stepped in. That's no exclusive rights. Nothing. It was a bad call, that's all.
Bad call. Bad call. These people are dead. Well, they're gonna nail your hide to the shed, and I will be there when you do.
You know, people say they don't like you, but I do. I expected more of you, though, Wrigley. I thought you would be smarter than these.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Mexican in space.
Continuing with
I mean,
Aliens. Okay, Mark, Ripley,
Okay.
David, continue with Burke, Ricky, continue with narration. Carlos, can you do Hicks? And Hal, can you do Hudson?
Sure.
All right.
Can I do this Colin Farrell?
And I will be Bernie Sanders.
Are you ready?
Go for it.
I don't get it. It does not, to me, in any percentage of anybody's mind, it does not make any sense.
Well, he wanted an Navy and only put their factory quarantine, could he? But if he were impregnated, whatever you call it, and then frozen for the trade back just at the right time, then done what the embryos were carrying. Me and new.
Wait a minute, we won't know about it!
Oh, the only way it would work is if he sabotaged certain phrases on the trade back. Then he could jettison the bodies and make up any story that he liked.
He's dead. You dark me, Pop.
Now that right there is a total paranoid illusion. It is pitiful.
You don't know, Burke. I don't know which species is worse. You don't see them screwing each other over a percentage.
Let's waste it! No offense.
Just find some place to lock him up until it's time to, time.
Let's go out.
They cut the power.
Hey, what do you mean they cut the power? How do they cut the power now? They're an animal.
Stay close. Let's get some trackers going. Come on, get moving. Gordon. Watch, Burke.
Continuing on with something with a bite, we're going to go to Jaws. Mark, could you be Brody?
Sure.
David, could you be Hooper? Ricky, be Vaughn. And Hal, narrate. You may begin anytime.
Should have saved the Irish guy for Brady.
Exterior, Island Highway!
Behind the billboard, Brody and Hooper have gotten Vaughn to one side. They are making a closely reasoned presentation to him.
There is a kind of shark called a great white shark that every expert in the world agrees is a man-eater.
You should have seen the look on your face. Your situation here suggests that a great white has staked out a claim in the waters around Ammon Island. He will continue to feed here as long as there is food in the water.
There is no limit to where he can strike, and we have had 3 attacks and 2 deaths in the past few days. It happened like this before, in 1916, when a great white killed 5 swimmers at Jones Beach in Long Island.
Now look at here. A shark's attack is simulated by the kind of splashing and activity that occurs whenever humans go swimming. Can't avoid it.
A 4th of July beach is like ringing a dinner bell.
Duh, I just pulled a shark tooth the size of a shot glass out here in the hull of a wrecked boat out there. Damn it.
We towed Ben Gardner's boat in, Larry. He was dead, and his boat was all chewed up.
Is that tooth here? Did anyone see it?
I ain't got it.
He lost it on the way up.
What kind of shark did it? You say was, is it? No shark, is it?
What they call it is Carcharodon carcharias. Carcharodon carcharias, a great white.
Well, I'm not going to commit economic suicide that flips on that flimsy evidence. We depend on the summer people for our lives, and if we are, our beaches are closed, we'll all be finished.
We have got to close the beaches. We have got to get someone to kill the shark. We need a non-corrosive mesh netting. We need scientific support. It is going to cost money to just keep the nuts out and save what we have.
I don't think either of you is familiar with
Oh yeah, but I'm familiar with the fact that you gonna ignore this thing until it swims up and bites you on the ass. There are only two ways to solve this thing. You can kill it, or you can cut off its food supply.
That means closing the beaches.
Come here. I want to show you something. He leads Brody around to the front of the billboard, on which some pranksters have painted a huge shark fin in the water behind the swimmer. It's a lily. Sick vandalism! Brody, that's a deliberate mutilation of a public service measure. I want those little here! Hey, Abby. Best towards. Caught and hung up by the little
All right, that's it. I'm standing here arguing with the guy who can't even wait to hot lunch. Goodbye.
Wait a minute. I need you.
You know what? Finally somebody's talking some sense out there. There's a perfect engine, an eating machine. There's a miracle of evolution. It swims, it eats, and that's all. Look at that. Those proportions are correct.
You'd love to prove that? Getting your name in the National Geographic?
Larry, we can reopen the beaches in August.
August? Tomorrow is the 4th of July and we're going to open business. It's one of your best summer years. If you're so concerned about the beaches, you do whatever you have to keep them safe. But with or without you, the beaches stay open this weekend.
And with more adventure, we're going to do Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Carlos could be Indy. Hal, you're Henry. Mark, you have Elsa.
Perfect.
David, Vogel, please. And George, would you narrate?
Sure.
Oh, wait a minute, George isn't here. Let's see, we got Carlos, Hal, David, Mark.
That is real.
Ricky, would you mind narrating?
All right.
Okay. All right.
Where's Elsa from? She's Austrian?
Thank you, David.
You said I was Vogel, is that correct?
Yes, you have Vogel. And you may start at any time.
Interior first castle room, Indy and Henry rush back into the room where Elsa has been left only to find Nazi Colonial Vogel holding Elsa hostage for the scary.
That is far enough. Put down the gun, Dr. Jones. Put down the gun or the Fräulein dies.
But she's one of them! Indy, please! She's a Nazi! What? Trust me. Indy's mine!
I will kill her.
Oh, yeah? Go ahead.
No! Don't shoot! There he is!
Don't worry. He won't.
Indy, please do what he says!
And don't listen to her!
Enough! She dies.
Wait! Wait! I'm sorry! No, don't be, Mother.
You should have listened to your father. I told you!
And then we're going to move on to scene 2. And everybody keep the same parts with the exception. Narrator, George isn't here. Okay, Ricky, you can continue to narrate. And David, instead of Vogel, can you do Donovan?
Sure.
Okay. And go ahead.
Interior rodeo room. I don't know what that means. Indy and Henry are ushered in, head tied behind your back, accompanied by Vogel and Elsa, and the lady from Frozen, and some 2 Nazis, and Winnie the Pooh, and a bunch of little guys.
She ransacked her own room, and I fell for it. How did you know she was a Nazi? How did you know she was a Nazi?
She talks in her sleep. I trust her. Why did you?
Because you didn't take my advice.
Donovan!
Didn't I warn you not to trust anybody?
Yeah, I misjudged. There we go. Yeah, I misjudged you, Walter. I knew you'd sell your mother out for an Etruscan vase, but I didn't know you'd sell your country and your soul to the slime of humanity.
Dr. Schneider, there are pages torn out of this.
This book contained a map with no name, precise directions from the unknown city to the secret canyon of the present news.
So, where are these missing pages? This map's supposed to let those pages back. Henry, give any look of surprise. Wait a second, why is it? It says Donovan, but that's the narrator.
You're wasting your breath.
You wouldn't say it.
He won't tell us, and he doesn't have to. It's perfectly obvious where the pages are. He's given them to Marcus Project.
Marcus? You didn't drag one Marcus along, did you? He's not up to the challenge.
He sticks out like a sore thumb. We'll find him.
Oh, heck you will. He's got a 2-day head start on you, which is more than he needs. Brody's got friends in every town and village, from here to the Sudan. He speaks a dozen languages, knows every local custom. He'll blend in, disappear. You'll never see him again. With any luck, he's got the grey already.
Jurassic Park. Ricky, you have Hammond. Let's see, Mark, Gennaro, David, Malcolm, Carlos, Ellie, Hal, you have Grant, and then Carlos, will you also narrate?
All right.
And begin.
Interior Visitor Center presentation room. Gran, Ellie, Malcolm, Hammond, and Gennaro eat lunch at a long table in the Visitor Center restaurant.
None of these attractions have been finished yet. The park will open with a basic tour. You're about to take in. There, the rides will come in line just about 6 to 12 months. It's absolutely spectacular designs. Spare expense.
And we cannot charge anything we want. 2,000 a day, 10,000 a day. A big fella will pay it. And then, oh, there's merchandise.
This park was not built to only super rich. Everyone in the world's going to have the right to enjoy these animals.
Oh, sure, they will, they will. We'll have a coupon a day or a song a day.
Oh, the lack of humility before nature that's been displayed here staggers me.
Thank you, Dr. Malcolm. But I think things are a little different than you and I fear.
Yes, I know. They are a lot worse.
And now wait a second.
All right, but just let him talk. I have to hear all viewpoints. I try.
My child, don't you see the danger? In what you're doing here, genetic power is the most awesome force ever seen on this planet. But you wield it like it's a kid who's found his dad's gun.
It is hardly appropriate to start hurdling generalizaciones.
You didn't earn the knowledge yourselves, so you don't take the responsibility for it. You stood on the shoulders of geniuses. You patented it, packaged it, and slapped it on a plastic lunchbox.
What scientists have done things no one could ever do before.
Your scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could do that, putting the do in there. They didn't even stop to think if they should.
Condors are on the verge of extinction. If I created a flock of them,
There is no species, except that one, that was obliterated by deforestation or the building of a dam. Dinosaurs had their shot. Nature selected them for extinction.
I don't understand this attitude. Especially from a scientist. How can we stand in the light of discovery as that?
What's so great about discovery? It's a violent, penetrative act that scars when it explodes all over your face. What you call discovery, I call the rape of the natural world.
ecosystem. You have plants right here in this building that are poisonous. You pick them because they look pretty. But these are aggressive living things that will defend themselves. Violently if necessary.
Dr. Pratt, if there's one person who can appreciate all of this...
The world has changed so radically. Dinosaurs and man, two species separated by 65 million years of evolution, have just been suddenly thrown back into the mix together.
I don't believe it! I expected you to come down here and defend me from these characters. And the only one I've got on my side is the blood-sucking lawyer.
We are doing fantastically well on time. So we had one script that we were actually going to toss out that we're going to go ahead and do, and that is from Terminator. Mark, will you narrate?
Sure.
David, you have Trexler. Carlos, you'll be Vukovic. Hal, you can be Silverman. Ricky, you're Reese. And who's left? Who doesn't have a part for this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who wants to double up and do Sarah?
Why don't you do it?
You do Sarah.
What?
Yeah!
All right. Okay, I'll do Sarah. Okay, and this is a cold read for me too, just as it is for them. They have not seen the script.
Yeah, very good.
Okay. Mark, go ahead.
I will narrate as Robert Downey Jr.
Interior Police Station. Sarah, Dr. Silverman, Volkovich, and Traxler watch the video monitor showing Silverman with Reese in the interrogation room.
It's just me and him!
Why didn't you bring any more weapons? Oh yeah, something more than this. Show me a piece of future technology.
Oh, you go naked! Something about the field generated by a living organism. Nothing dead will go. I don't understand, but I guess it's science.
Why?
I didn't know.
Okay. But this cyborg, if it's metal, yeah.
Surrounded by living goo.
Of course.
Yeah, real Silverman with the tape on pause.
Goddamn, that was great stuff. I can make a career out of this guy. You don't see how clever this part is. How it doesn't require a shred of proof. Most paranoid delusions are intricate, but this is brilliant.
He starts the tape again.
Oh, I'm the other two women, yeah.
Most of us records were lost in the wars. Community all busting. Well, Connor's mother, are you going to release me?
Oh, Yokozuna! I'm afraid that's not up to me! Yes.
And why? My tongue.
Hey, yo. I can help you.
Who started here? You still don't. You'll find her, that's what he does. All he does is skin top and he goes through you, reach down your throat, pulls out your heart, and finds a pancake and eats it.
This time, Vukovic stops the tape.
Back down!
So, Reese is crazy.
Well, terrible technology. He's a loon. My God, that man had a family.
As Garcia from Reno 911. Sarah, this is body armor. Alright, DC guys wear it, Reno cops wear it. It'll stop a 12-gauge round. Mess guy, this other individual must have had one under his coat.
But what about him punching through the windshield?
Probably on explosions. Broke every bone in his hand and won't feel for hours. There was this guy once that...
Why don't you just stretch out here and get some sleep, okay? It'll take your mom a good hour to get here from Redlands.
But I can't sleep.
Go ahead, ma'am. You're safe. There are 30 cops in this building, including Dangle.
Now we'll move on to Star Trek, The Wrath of Khan. Carlos, you have Kirk. David, you be Spock. Ricky, you do Khan. Mark, you have Savick. Hal, you have Joaquin. I'll narrate, and I need somebody to be Uhura. All right, Hal's got Uhura.
That's Charles Barkley.
Here we go, gentlemen. Interior Enterprise Bridge. The crew is in the midst of battle.
Scotty, what's left?
Carlos.
Just use your battery, sir! I can have auxiliary power in a few minutes!
We don't have minutes. Can you give me facial power?
A few shots, sir!
That's enough against their shields.
Who the hell are they?
Admiral, Commander O'Line is signaling. He wishes to discuss the terms of our surrender. He being a real knucklehead.
On screen.
Admiral, let me break this down for you, okay?
Do it while we have time.
All right, you're done.
God.
You still remember me, Admiral. I cannot help to be touched. Of course, I remember you.
What is the meaning of this attack? Where is the crew of the Reliance?
Surely you have made... let me start over. Surely you have made my meaning... Let me go again. Surely I have made my meaning plain. Let me start over. I have to avenge myself on you, Admiral. I've deprived you of your ship and power like a little weenie. And I swing around, I mean to deprive you of your other weenie, which is your life. But I wanted you to first know that there's me. Yeah.
This next line is being paid from Legion of Doom.
God, listen to me. If it's me you want, I'll have myself beamed aboard. All I can ask is that you spare my crew, Batman.
No, I make a count of fool. I will agree to your terms. If in addition to yourself, you turn over some potato chips, some Coca-Cola products, some condoms, and material regarding the project called Genesis.
Genesis? What's that?
No, don't play with me and turkey working.
Give me some time to recall the data on our computers.
I give you 60 seconds, Admiral.
Admiral, you can't give him the Sega Genesis. We still have the Half-Life game coming out.
Well, at least we know he hasn't got that. Just keep nodding us
Just go on giving orders, shoving, punch up the data, chart sundry lines, command console,
Lion's command?
I said her.
The Konami code?
Is. Oh, we've got it.
Oh, it's on the screen there, Sparky.
We're finding it. Please, you've got to give us more time. The bridge is smashed. Computers inoperative.
No! Time is not a luxury you have. I want to play Sonic the Hedgehog soon. I only have 45 seconds.
I don't understand.
You got to learn why things work on the starship. It's coming through now. Come.
Captain, the Konami code is up, down, down, left, right, left, right. Start is actually not part of that code, sir, but all commands from each starship bridge are relayed electronically. Each ship has its own previous combination code.
30 seconds, baby.
As Mrs. Crocker, to prevent any enemy from doing just what we're attempting, using our console to tap in a message in order to normalize damn shields, Denzel.
We've only got 2 credits left. Let's hope he hasn't changed the combination. It's quite intelligent.
Wait for my signals, Bob. Too soon, and he'll have time to figure out and raise them again. God, how do I know you'll keep your word?
I've given you no word to keep on going. My judgment is to have no other things to play with.
I take your point. Stand by and receive our transmission. Lock phasers on target and await my command.
Oh, I wish I had the phasers locked. Hot dog!
Hands up, Admiral. Give me Jet Grind Radio.
Here it comes now, Spock!
That's Shaquille O'Neal.
Sir, all shields are drawn.
As Red Fox. Well then, raise them, you big dummy.
Anytime I want to try to use the shield always. I'm trying to do what I do. I want to do my best, Captain. That's what I'm going to do. It's going to be fantastic.
Elizabeth, where's the override? I'm coming to join you, Elizabeth. Without the override.
And we're going to continue with scene 2. I'm going to change it just a little bit. Carlos, continue with Kirk. Hal, you be Spock. And Mark, please narrate.
Narrate, great.
And this is our final scene.
This is it, folks. This is what you waited for.
I am interior reactor room. With stunned understanding, Kirk stumbles to the door, sees Spock on his knees, hands blackened, face cracked with radiation lines and scars.
Spock.
The ship? Yeah, I'm here. Kirk. The ship, is it out of danger?
Yeah, yes.
Don't grieve, Admiral. It's logical. The needs of the many outweighs
The needs of a few.
all the one.
All right, he props his hand on the glass to support himself. Kirk's hand reflexively goes to match Spock's on the other side of the glass.
I never took the Kobayashi Maru test until now. What do you think of my situation?
Spock.
I have been and will always be your friend. Deborah. Deborah.
you.